What up? It's your boy Con TDK, Mr. So Real. And in this week's Good or Garbage, we're going to be taking a look at all of the stuff that is being sold by the vendors, be it the armor, the weapons, the mods, whatever. And there's some pretty respectable stuff this week right before the 1.6 patch, so I hope you guys like it. Just as a little bit of a preview, there's some really respectable things, and there's even a god tier mod and some pretty good weapons. So stick around, let me know what you guys pick up this week. Good or garbage, let's go. Alright, starting off at the special blueprint vendor. This week we have the first wave pistol, the M870 shotgun blueprint, the stamina knee pads, the electronic gloves, the vertical grip for optimal range. We have the holographic sight for optimal range. We have a performance mod, and we also have a stamina gear mod. Now, in terms of things that you may want to pick up, there is absolutely nothing that stands out this week. But I guess if you don't have the stamina gear mod, you may want to pick one of those up. But other than that, there's really nothing here. So let's move on and get out of the garbage fest. Now over in the special equipment vendor, there's nothing that really jumps out, but I will say there is a Liberator with a respectable 19.3 damage. There's an AUG that has, I would say probably for an SMG, a decent 17.9 with this character. So the base damage is probably slightly respectable. There's a lightweight M4 that is back on the block with, again, a respectable 19.3, the exact same as the Liberator, which is quite rare to see. The perks on this are accurate, vicious, and self-preserved. It's not really the stuff that a lot of people were probably hoping for, especially since that lightweight M4 back in the day has some pretty beastly talents on it, but it is what it is. Now, speaking of other respectable weapons, the hunting M44 has a respectable 161 headshot damage. Of course, I like it a little bit closer to 170, but you know, this isn't bad. The base damage is 115, which isn't really that great for a hunting M44. These things usually pump out some serious damage. The talents that they have are destructive, ferocious, and adept, so it's not really the highest recommendation for this week, especially when it's 1,248 Phoenix credits. And also with the new 1.6 update being right around the corner, more than likely you guys are probably not going to be buying too much that needs Phoenix credits. The black market M60 is not bad. 17.1 is not bad, but it could be a little bit better. The talents on it just aren't that great, to be honest. And when we start delving down into some of the other things that are being sold, there really and truly is nothing that stands out that would be worth your Phoenix credits with 1.6 right around the corner. So the same as last week, I'm just going to scroll through these. If you see anything that you may be interested in, you can go ahead and check it out. But there's nothing that I'm jumping up and down about or would scream from the rafters that you must buy. So let's go upstairs and see what other things are being sold this week. At the advanced weaponry vendor, we have the Pacan, again with a pretty respectable 17.4 base damage. This looks pretty good. The Cassidy, well, it's a double barrel shotgun. We don't need to talk about that or these other crappy pistols, nor do we need to even mention a burst fire MP5. Does anybody even use this thing? It does have brutal on it, it has adept, and it does have fierce. Some pretty decent talents, but the fact that it's a burst fire MP5, who uses this? If you use one of these and you like these, leave a comment in the comment section. I would love to know who you are, and I'd like to see it in action because I've used it and I've not really enjoyed them. Now the enhanced ACRE is back on the block with 23% enemy armor damage, unforgiving, deadly, and sustained. It's looking good, but the problem is the base damage is kind of in the toilet. The base damage on this is a bit lower than the ACRE that was sold few weeks ago, maybe a few months ago. But if you don't have a choice and you are new to the game, then hey, it only costs you some regular credits. You might as well pick it up, give it a try, but just be known that, let's see if we compare this actually, that one is, let's do this on the fly. This is 18.2 with this character. So if I look into my character, the old one is 19.8. So it's kind of a big deal. And that one had deadly, accurate, and fierce. Well, I rolled accurate, but had deadly and fierce on it. So just so you know, the base damage difference is quite a lot. The rest of the weapons that they have, this military M870 has some pretty nice base damage, but unfortunately it's unforgiving, competent, and ferocious. The M700 sniper rifle, unfortunately the headshot damage is too low to even talk about. And this light machine gun, not really the best thing that I would recommend. So let's just keep it moving. Now the rest of this stuff, again, nothing really that jumps out, screams from the rafters. So let's just keep it moving and see what else is being sold in the rest of the vendors this week. In an interesting turn of events, the Dark Zone gear vendor has the double barrel sawed-off with brutal, destructive, and vicious. So if you need one of these sidearms, just to have it, just because it's nicely rolled, but it's still a double barrel sawed-off shotgun. I don't know if you guys use these. If you use these, leave a comment in the comment section. I'd love to hear about that as well. How do you use it? But yeah, it is what it is. It's got some pretty decent talents on it. Now, the star of the show, or the reason I brought you guys here, two reasons. Number one, we have the prototype electronics mod. Being the skill power is going to be very big in 1.6. 265 electronics plus 3,307 skill power is not something to scoff at. You may want to look into that if you are interested. And also the SR7 suppressor has 16% critical hit damage, 3% critical hit chance, 5.5 headshot damage, plus 44% reduced threat. And this thing fits on just about everything. We got the custom M44 LVOAC enhanced ACR for Moss, hunting M44, lightweight M4, SOCOM SCAR L, whatever, you name it, you bring it over here and see if it fits on your gun. Now this costs you about 24,000 Dark Zone credits, so just keep that in mind. But if you're interested in either of these two to kind of help you out and get you ready for 1.6, then there they are. I don't know if these things are going to change once 1.6 drops, so kind of keep that in mind. All right, let's see if there's anything else this week that's going on. All right, now just to bring this up, I'm going to talk about this very, very quickly. In the base, the gear vendor has a reckless chest piece that's 1264, which is pretty good. It also comes with armor rolled on it at 1224, exotic damage, resilience, and increased kill XP. Now, if there's anything that I would re-roll on this, it would be to get rid of increased kill XP and put some ammo capacity on this. But overall, this is not bad. This is pretty respectable, which is why I'm bringing it up. It isn't over the 3,000 armor kind of, not cap, but over the 3,000 armor threshold, but it is pretty decent. Now the problem with this is most people are going to be aiming to get Barrett's chest piece from the exotic caches once 1.6 comes out. So I'm just bringing this up just so that you know that it's here, but please be in mind, the majority of you, more than likely, if you don't have a Barrett's chest piece, are probably going to be looking to get one of those. But in the meantime, it only costs you some regular credits, so if you need something like this, you might as well go ahead and check it out. It's in the base. All right, let's go. Over in the Grindhouse, I figure I would just mention this. There's a sniper rifle being sold for you snipers out there who are looking for a somewhatly decent sniper. Now it has a very, very respectable 168 headshot damage. Again, 172 I believe is the best you can get. It has meticulous, it has toxic, and it has elevated. Now the M700s all come with elevated, so there's nothing you can do about that. You can re-roll that off if you want to get rid of it and have toxic and meticulous. Meticulous is not a horrible talent when you really think about these smaller magazined weapons, but it's not the faster firing versions. So I think maybe on a faster firing sniper rifle it may be a bit more useful, but you know, still it hits hard, so you may get that bullet or those bullets right back, and hey, you might refill your magazine and be able to keep shooting. Toxic is one of my favorite underrated perks for PvE, but again, this is personal preference if you like this kind of thing. The only reason I'm recommending it is because it's 168 headshot damage. Hopefully we'll find something else better in the DZ, but for now, this is as good as it gets this week. All right, let's go into DZ, see what's going on. Now in East 42nd Street, to follow up with that sniper rifle that we just talked about, there is a pair of gloves that are really quite interesting. We have some Savage gloves, 954 armor. They come with a really pathetic, measly 1132 health. You'll definitely have to do something about that. But it comes with Savage, and it has a very, very nice 4,655 marksman rifle damage. It comes with 5.5 crit chance and 14 crit hit damage. Now the crit hit damage is quite low, so you will have to figure out what you want to do about that. Or you could just rock with it and then just get rid of that health, because the stamina is ridiculously low. So the gloves are respectable in terms of the marksman rifle damage, but if you don't use the sniper rifle, then there's nothing for you here. But if you do use a sniper and you are looking for some Savage gloves with good marksman rifle damage, this may be something you could look into and kind of figure out if you want to re-roll some of this stuff. If not, give it a wait, see what happens with 1.6. All right, let's see what other things are going around with the Dark Zone vendors this week. All right, boys, here we go. West 34th Street. We finally got something to look at, worth talking about. If you use the SMG, now this converted SMG-9 has a very, very respectable 16.4 base damage on this character. The critical hit damage is a bit low at 32, but it comes with Brutal, it comes with Skilled, and it comes with Deadly. Now Skilled, you can do whatever you want to do with it if you don't have the electronics, but if you do have the electronics, this may not be a bad one to keep. This seems like a better version of the Midas in my opinion. And with the base damage being as high as it is at 16.4, I would say this is very much worth a look at if you use the SMGs. With that rate of fire, it's kind of nice, but yeah, definitely the base damage is really good and the talents are good as well. And that is in 34th Street. So let's see what else is going on this week. All right, you guys, over in Southpaw, in case you needed a mask, we have a rehabilitated mask that has a very, very good 991 armor rolled onto it. Plus, it's got a very, very nice 1271 stamina on it. It also comes with exotic damage resilience 9.5, and it comes with blind death resistance at 16%. Shout outs to John C. Black for tweeting me this. I had it already in here, but I figured I'd give him a shout out just because he took the time to tweet me. So shout outs to you, brother. Respect. And good looking out for the rest of the agents out there who may need something like this. If you ever see something that you think is really good and this video has not come out yet and you're running around, send me a tweet, check out the Twitter, and I may give you a shout out. You never know. We'll see how it goes. If I haven't recorded it and too far into it and I'm not done rendering and all that other stuff. All right, so let's get it on and see what else is going on in the Dark Zone this week. All right, West 31st Street, get your DZ credits out. It's time to go shopping. No joke. Forget all this other stuff. Let's get to the nitty gritty. This prototype firearms mod, 267 firearms plus. The first time ever. I have never, ever seen 273 armor. The return of the armor monster is back. God damn. 273 I'm not even joking. I've never seen that much armor. And they would do this right before the update. Now here's the kicker. I don't know what they're gonna do with this armor on these mods. Now we already know that the armor on the gear and stuff is gonna get changed. That stuff is gonna be kaput. But on the mods, I can't even lie, I haven't kept up with it. But man, 273 armor on this plus 267 firearms. Yo, this is god tier. This, I mean, it's not the best. It's just, this isn't the max best you could get, but man, this is up there at god tier. You can buy this for 21,000 Dark Zone credits. Ah, man, I might have to go broke. I really might have to go broke. Look at all of my stats get a bump off of this. All right, let me buy. I'm gonna buy 2. I'm gonna buy at least 2. I gotta buy at least 2. You know what I'm saying? I got 2. I might come back for some more. I got some other characters. I might have to come back for some more. But yo, definitely, you got the Dark Zone credits. You may want to go and pick these up. No joke. Yeah, go now. I pause the video. Go now. I'll be here. So guys, in DZ3, there's a couple things I wanted to talk about. There's a converted SMG-9 up here. It's got better critical hit damage, and it's actually got some pretty decent talents: vicious, meticulous, and fierce. This will help you guys out. The base damage is, I think, a bit lower, but you know, you got some trade-off somewhere. We have another ACR with better base damage. It comes with adept, accurate, and predatory. Not the best, but it is here. And the star of the show, which is why I brought you guys here, is the SOCOM M1A with 171 headshot damage. Now the talents on it are straight garbage. Commanding, determined, and talented. But if you're playing PvE, talented and commanding are not bad for getting your super up. So if you're going to be using this in the future for PvE content, this may be pretty good for using your super and helping out your team. Depending on what you want to do with determined, I don't know, but this is what it is, and 171 is nothing to scoff at for the M1A. Nothing really going on with this LMG, but I thought I'd bring this up to show you guys that there are some other things in the Dark Zone, just in case you were looking and wondering. All right, let's keep it moving and go. All right, guys, in DZ4, another great mention, this prototype electronics mod at 266 electronics with 3086 skill power. If you need to get ready for 1.6 and you're trying to get your skill power up, this could be a nice little start, depending on if you have any mods that are better than this one. So if you don't, this might be something you want to look at. It's 21,000 Dark Zone credits, and there you go. All right, let's see if there's anything else being sold worth talking about this week. All right, guys, that is it for this week's good or garbage. There were some pretty decent things that were being sold this week, so I hope you got something nice and yeah, got something ready for 1.6. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know, what did you guys pick up? Was there anything that I may have missed? If there was, remember to send me a message on Twitter, or yeah, just leave a comment in the comment section and I'll maybe tweet it out or something, or put it on my Instagram to let other people know. But that is it for this week. Remember, don't trust the Dark Zone. Dudes will stand behind you and shoot you in the back. The DZ hasn't changed one bit. Until next week, I can just laugh this off. But until next week, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Hopefully we'll have 1.6 out and ready, and we'll have something new and good to talk about. I am Khan, TDK, Mr. So Real. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.